Just Visiting is a 2001 film directed by Jean-Marie Poiré, written by Christian Clavier, Jean-Marie Poiré, and John Hughes. And we have a cast including Jean Reno and Christina Applegate. We also have Kelsey Grammer as the narrator. It's because of Grammer that I became aware of this. And I feel like it probably would have been a film I would have watched anyway. It definitely sounded interesting. I will say once the novelty wore off, maybe about halfway through, it wasn't as great. But it's still not too bad. It's about a count in England and he's trying to travel back in time. But he ends up, with the help of the wizard, travelling forward in time from the 1100s to Chicago in the year 2000. And he meets Christina Applegate's character, and he has to try and convince her, first of all, that he's travelled back in time, and there's a connection between the past and the present that works quite well. And of course, he has to try and get back in time. And for me, the entertainment was watching him explore contemporary things from his 1100s perspective, and I thought that was pretty interesting, very well done, definitely quite funny at times. The main narrative was not too bad, maybe not the most fascinating, but it still worked well enough. As I said, though, the novelty did wear off after a while, and I'd say the second half of the film just wasn't as interesting as the first half. I would never say it was terrible, and it still continued to be quite funny, but I do feel like it wasn't as interesting the longer it went on. But nevertheless, it's an interesting story. The execution is not too bad. The characters are well written. The performances are very good. And it's definitely quite amusing. If it sounds like a premise that might appeal to you, then I'd say Just Visiting is a film that's probably worth checking out.